What's up guys, it's Adam Katz back again with another video, and today I'm going to tell you how to have the most effective and sustainable diet and how to make your diet work for you. So this form of dieting is very popular. Most people know how to go about this. It's called flexible dieting, using Myfitnesspal to track your macros. You could call it IIFYM if it fits your macros, but that's kind of a different perspective on this type of dieting. The way that I go about my diets is I try to be as strict as possible while still allowing flexibility for sustainability. What I mean by that is I want to accomplish my goals. That is my number one priority. Like, I will do what it takes. I will eat the food that I have to eat in order to feel the best, perform the best, and look the best. That's why I try to eat my chicken, rice, and broccoli, but this is real life. It's kind of impossible to eat 6 meals a day of chicken, rice, and broccoli 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because we're humans. So in order to have some flexibility while still sticking to a diet and accomplishing your goals, that's what flexible dieting is for. So first I'm going to basically go over the very basics of what this is really. Macros, macronutrients. You've definitely seen protein, carbohydrates, and fats on a nutrition label before. There are 4 calories per gram of protein, there are 4 calories per gram of carbs, and there's 9 calories per gram of fats. So knowing that, you're able to calculate how many calories are in a certain food or how many calories you eat in a whole day if you know your macros. So I'm editing this video right now, and I just wanted to kind of put this one little point out there that the calories at the top of Myfitnesspal are not accurate. The calories on food labels are not accurate. The macronutrients are accurate. So use that formula that I just told you, the 4-4-9 rule, to actually calculate how many calories you're eating. Because you'll be surprised that even though it says you're eating 2,500 calories at the top, you're really eating 2,700 or 2,300. So go on your phone, this easy, get your calculator out. You have 300 carbs times 4 equals plus 200 grams of protein times 4 equals plus 100 grams of fat times 9 equals, that's 2,900 calories. That easy. Back to the video. So first off, I'm making this video mostly for my clients so that they know how to, or you know how to go about the diets that I prescribe to you more effectively. But for anyone watching this, you don't have to be one of my clients. If you want to know what your macro goals should be, just literally look up macro calculator, calorie calculator, anything like that, or look up YouTube videos how to calculate your calories and learn it that way. But I'm not going to go over that in this video. So tracking calories and tracking macros might seem intimidating to people, especially those who are not as technologically advanced, such as my parents. They don't want to have to go on their phone and try to use an app and try to track their calories, but I'm just going to explain it as simply as possible so that you can do it and try it. So this is what you do. Download the app Myfitnesspal. It's a blue icon. Open it, make an account, put in all your information. I don't really trust the macro goals that it gives you. I would use an actual online calculator to calculate those for you. So once you have your profile all set, what you want to do is you can search up a food. 2 ways to do that. One is type it in, and you want to be specific. Type in the brand or the restaurant or whatever it is, and the actual food and flavor, however many details you can get into there besides the measurements. So let's say I want to look up Sara Lee honey wheat bread. The first way that I can look it up is type in Sara Lee honey wheat bread and click on whichever one either has a check mark next to it or whichever one has like the most common occurrence of calories. If they're all 110, 120, whatever calories, click one of those. Let's say I want 2 pieces of this bread. So I will change the serving size to 2 servings of 1 piece. and then click check, and bam, that's it. So now, let's say I want to have oatmeal. So I'm going to get my oats, and I don't want to type in Quaker oats, rolled oats, whatever they are, because it's a bunch of details, a bunch of words. To make it simple, take your phone, click the little barcode button at the top of the app, scan the barcode on the food, and it'll pull it up. That easy. But it says one serving size is 40 grams, or I think half a cup, but I want 60 grams. Or let's say I want 65 grams. I can't calculate that in my head. I could, but I don't want to. If I want 65 grams, but a serving size is 40 grams, all you gotta do is change 40 grams to 1 gram as the serving size, and you have 65 servings of 1 gram. That easy. So there are 2 ways to go about eating whatever you want. Obviously, by that I don't mean just whatever you want, as in appetite-wise, pizza, cheesecake, burgers, but whatever you want that is going to make you reach your goals, because that's what you want. That was a little off topic, but if you want to eat what you desire rather than following a strict meal plan every single day, nothing wrong with that at all. I do that. But for the flexibility, 2 ways to go about this. One way is to track as you go, so you eat and track what you ate. Second way, which is the more preferred way, is to track your entire day, the morning of, or the night before, or the day before, and know what you're gonna eat. Make your own meal plan for that day. And eat the same thing every day, or just change it every day completely, swap out a couple things. But 2 ways to go about it. First way is, let's say you wake up, you want to go have breakfast, and you have your 2 pieces of toast, 2 eggs, some egg whites, fruit, orange juice, whatever you want. You know what you ate, measured it all out. That's a big part of tracking, is using a food scale and measuring it all out. And then you track what you ate after you eat it. One way to go about it. It's very easy to forget to track things though. You have all these foods in one meal, and you forget to track the almonds, or you forget to track the olive oil, and bam, you just missed out on 200 calories that you have to make up later, and then you realize, oh, I ate an extra 200 calories. So the more optimal way to track your macros is to set up your entire day and say, I'm gonna have this for breakfast, this snack, this meal, and make your whole entire meal plan for yourself. But let's say you already have a meal plan made for you, like my clients do. Then either follow that exactly, bam, easy. You don't have to think about it. But let's say you run out of potatoes and you want rice, or you run out of chicken and you have some frozen shrimp as emergency. What you can do is either look at the nutrition guide that I made for you and use the food substitution food table, or you can use Myfitnesspal to track some food that you want. Let's say you want to replace your rice with graham crackers, okay? Your graham crackers are going to be a carb source, might have some carbs, like negligible fats and proteins, but it's a carb source, and so you can substitute it with your rice or your oatmeal or whatever. Wouldn't say it's optimal to have processed foods instead of whole foods, but in case of emergencies, run out, or you're craving it, whatever. In order to keep you on your diet, fit that into your macros. So let's say you want some graham crackers, okay? You scan the barcode of the graham crackers just so you get the exact one that you're looking for. You put in however many you want, you change the serving size to 1 piece, and you make it 3 pieces, whatever it is, in order to be the same amount of rice that you would normally have. But how much rice do you normally have? Track that too. Look up jasmine rice, put in the serving size that you normally have. You can see that 1 cup is like 200 calories and 48 carbs, and so you equate them so that they're both the same amount of calories and hopefully the same amount of macros too. Calories are more important though. And then easy substitution right there. All right, but now you're looking for a certain food and you can't find it. It's some weird frozen food that is not very popular, and there's no measurements for it. Or let's say it's not even a processed food. Let's say it's a taco you found on the street. How are you gonna track it? Look up taco and use your common sense. If it's a taco like this big, a small little taco, it's probably not 500 calories unless it's like crazy dipped in oil, cheese, and all this stuff. But if it's a huge taco that you just got in Mexico at a restaurant, which I'll bring that up in another point, kind of use common sense. Something like bigger, more dense, probably gonna be like 500, 700 calorie range. Something smaller, 100 to 300, maybe 400 calorie range. But if you see that there are certain options, like this taco is 236 calories, and this taco is 250, and this one's 470, you kind of are getting an idea of what your food is going to be around. So pick one that's like average based off of the choices that it gives you. Alright, I get this question a lot, which is how to eat out at restaurants. So there are some restaurants where they have the entire menu on Myfitnesspal. Look up Chipotle, look up Taco Bell, look up IHOP. All these restaurants have their entire menu with all the foods on there, so that if you want to eat something at a restaurant, you can substitute it out for some other foods in your diet and still end up with the same macro goals at the end of the day as you normally would. It might mean you have to take out some other foods from other meals, but you'll be able to eat your Chipotle bowl instead of your protein cereal that you normally have. But let's say you're going out to what's Lobster House, Red Lobster, Lobster House, or Outback or Cheesecake Factory. If you're one of my clients and you're going out to a restaurant like that, more than likely it's because I told you to for a cheat meal, or because it's a family thing or an event or an occasion and I'm making that your cheat meal. So if just in general you are going out to a restaurant, it's okay to enjoy yourself. It's okay to not stick to your macros every single day. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, it's okay to have a cheat meal. It's okay to have a big meal and enjoy it and then get right back on your diet the next day. Totally fine, and it'll even help you. But let's say you have a powerlifting meet coming up and you're trying to make weight. You're trying to make the 183 pound weight class and you're 190 pounds and you're 3 weeks out. I'm trying to get you lean before I water cut you. I don't want you going out and having a huge double cheeseburger with cheesecake. Try your best to track, find something on the menu. Every restaurant has meat. Find some grilled meat, chicken, steak, fish, and then have some carbs with it, whether it's like a sandwich, like a chicken sandwich, or like even a hamburger, or steak and potatoes, any meat and rice, something like that. Track it. You can bring a food scale with you. You don't have to. You can eyeball it. You can ask your waiter how much it weighs. Look at the menu, find something like that, and track it. Maybe look at like the clean options where they have like the salads. Avoid the fatty things. Avoid the oils. Avoid the dressings. Avoid the butter. That's a way that you can still eat out like with your family, but still pick the healthy option. Still stick to your goal and still hit your macros by the end of the night. So since it's so easy to just scan a barcode and track it and stick to the macros, why don't we just always eat processed foods? This diet isn't just about hitting your macros. That's the IIFYM diet. Hitting your macros, whether it's from Pop-Tarts or rice, or from protein powder or from chicken. If you're serious about your fitness, whether it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, just fitness in general, the way you look, the way you feel, the way you perform, the micronutrients are very important. If you're eating a bunch of processed foods but still hitting your macros, yeah, you will be able to be in charge of your body composition. But you know what also plays a role in that, and what plays a role in your performance in the gym, which affects your body composition, is the quality of food. So try to eat whole foods. Eat unprocessed foods. If it has a nutrition label with more than 1 or 2 ingredients, then it's probably processed. Unless it's like one of those foods that has like all a bunch of just like whole foods as a nutrition label, totally fine. And it's also okay to have processed foods in your diet. Bread, Killer Dave's bread, I eat that every day. Has high in fiber, it like tastes good. Am I gonna get fat from eating processed foods? No. Is it going to negatively impact my training? No. But if I was eating all processed foods, especially processed foods without fiber, probably wouldn't be optimal. So for simplicity, it's always best to eat the same amount of meals per day, same times per day, just to kind of get your body in a routine. Do you have to? Hell no. But for me especially, I'm a very regimented person. I like routines. I eat the same thing, same time every single day, except I have one meal per week where it's like I go out to eat like a sushi or teriyaki or something like that. But if you, let's say, want to have an In-N-Out burger and fries, or maybe something cleaner like a big teriyaki bowl or some sushi, or like just a big refeed meal when you're not really supposed to have a refeed meal, but you're going out with friends, or some reason why you want to go off of your normal daily meal plan, you can skip a meal in order to combine 2 meals into one big one. You can just take some food out of one meal and have that with that one meal. And it's best if you know you're gonna be having something like, for example, one of my clients, wasn't really time for him to have a refeed meal or a cheat meal yet. It was a Wednesday, and he said, my buddies are coming over and we're gonna have some pizza and beers. Is that okay if I have my cheat meal today instead of Saturday? Trying to get him to lose weight, what's more optimal? Obviously, scientifically, physiologically, don't have it. But realistically and psychologically and socially, all these lilies, yeah, enjoy your life. Don't let your diet consume your life. Don't let like your fitness goals, your own personal selfish goals, prevent you from hanging out with your friends, which eventually will make them hate you, not want to be your friend anymore, and then you're sad and shredded and life sucks. So it's good to have a compromise, good to have a balance. What I did for that client who wanted the pizza and beers was I said, all right, let's take out this rice from this meal, let's take out this cheese from this meal, let's take out these almonds from this meal, and you can have 2 pieces of pizza and 3 beers because it's about the same amount of calories as the food that I took out from earlier in the day. Ended the day with about the same amount of calories, maybe a little bit more, that's all right. But it wasn't like he ate his normal food and then binged out and ate 6 pieces of pizza and 7 beers at night and just bloated himself up, gained 5 pounds, and then made himself depressed the next day and like ate whatever he wanted that day because he messed up already. That's a recipe for failure. So being mindful and tracking before you go out to eat will set you up a lot better for success. All right, a very common question is, should I track fruits and vegetables? Should I track condiments? Personally, I track all my fruits just because I like to keep it consistent. It's what I've always done, so why would I not? And fruits have carbs. They're very low in calories, very voluminous foods, so not calorically dense. So it's not the biggest deal if you don't, especially like berries that are very voluminous. But especially like bananas, apples, you're gonna want to track those. It's like 100 calories for a banana. So fruits I track. Vegetables, I honestly don't track vegetables. I don't eat a ton of vegetables. I eat vegetables in like 2, 3, 4 of my meals, but it's like 2 to 3 ounces of vegetables in each meal. So it's not like I'm getting an extra 100 calories from my vegetables that I'm not tracking. It's like maybe 50 calories, but if I'm doing it every day, it's consistent, I can still track my progress and adjust as needed. So yeah, just keep it consistent. Pick what you want. If you want to track your vegetables, do it. If you don't, just keep it consistent. Condiments though, get 0 calorie or sugar-free condiments. 0 calorie ones, usually you don't have to track. I wouldn't track them, but try not to just use a whole bunch of them because they're really not 0 calories. Like the all-you-can-eat butter spray, it's not 0 calories. Sugar-free stuff, it's not 0 calories. It has some carbs in it. Just use a little bit. If you keep it consistent every single day and you use it every single day, then I don't really see a reason in tracking it. Sugar-free condiments, I personally don't track them when I'm bulking. When I'm cutting, I just try to use a little bit, or even don't even use them. I usually go for 0 calorie, whatever they're called, sauces, condiments, Frank's Red Hot and hot sauce, sriracha. Those are my main go-tos on everything. But I do use sugar-free teriyaki and sugar-free barbecue sauce and everything, not everything, on either chicken and rice once in a while, or like my chicken sandwiches. But yeah, keep it consistent. That easy. What if you go over your macros for the day? Is it gonna ruin your progress for the whole entire year? No. So
I don't want to take more body or like that, but if I could just like have more berries or something, I don't know like what equates to that.
any kind of carbs, just.
I guess I did eat a little extra rice, so like that's fine. I'll just have a little more carbs. With the pre-workout meal.
You can. I'm actually making a YouTube video right now explaining exactly what you need to know. But do you know what Myfitnesspal is? Back to business. So, I literally just got a call from one of my clients, and he asked me, I am out of Gatorade for my intro workout. What can I have instead? Should I just like have some more honey or some more rice? Just like have some, instead of guessing, track it. Use Myfitnesspal, look up Gatorade, or even like if you have like an empty bottle, or if you have a Gatorade, scan the barcode on there, click the top right button and scan it, however much it is, 20 ounces or whatever, and then see how many calories are in there and how many carbs are in there. Calories are number one priority, and then your macros, and then see what you can substitute for it. It's a carb source. You can switch honey for it. You can switch rice for it. It can be during your workout if you want honey during your workout. It can be after your workout, post or pre-workout, any time of the day, as long as by the end of the day you still eat the same amount of calories and macros as normal. So if it's just a small adjustment like that, like substituting one food for the other, then you don't need to track your entire day. You just track what food you normally eat and track what food you want to eat. See how much you normally eat, like the measurement, and then see how much you can eat of this new food or other food in order to make them the same amount of calories and hopefully the same amount of macros. But if you need to switch a whole entire meal or 2 meals, you might as well just track the entire day. So some things you should ignore on Myfitnesspal are your calorie recommendation, the amount of calories that you're burning, how many calories you have left in the day, and your sugar. If you're diabetic, then yeah, it makes sense to worry about your sugar intake. But if you're, let's say, eating your fruit and you're drinking your orange juice, that has sugar, but don't worry about that. That's another video. Don't worry about that. But they also take into account how many calories you're burning just from walking. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to Myfitnesspal. Just use Myfitnesspal as a food diary, and that's it. All you need is just a tool. That's it. So know your goals. Your goals are whatever, 300 carbs, 200 protein, and 100 fat. I don't know. It'll say your goals, and it'll say your intake. Don't look at the remainder, and just meet your goals. That's it. Should I track cheat meals? Hell no. Cheat meals are a psychological break from a diet. Why the fuck would you want to track it? Tracking is like, like you're doing something to reach your goals, which is a totally awesome thing, but you have to take a breather sometimes. That's what cheat meals are for. So if you have a very tough time with sticking to a diet, you're probably going to need more cheat meals than somebody who is very easy at resisting temptations, or very good at resisting temptations, or doesn't get those temptations, or is just really easygoing at like sticking to a structured diet. So if you're gonna have a cheat meal, and everyone needs a cheat meal once in a while, or a refeed meal, which is a clean cheat meal, then don't track it, just enjoy it. So what is the best and most optimal diet? It's the one that suits you best and your lifestyle best. If you are very structured, you don't really need that fun food in your diet, like you're totally fine with just eating the same thing every day, it doesn't have to be exciting, it just has to taste good enough, then awesome, fucking kill it. But if you do need the creativeness, the fun foods, the enjoyment of making these like low-calorie pizzas and whatnot, you can do that. That's what flexible dieting is for. And even if you are like, I don't give a fuck about what I eat, I'm just gonna eat what I need to eat in order to get where I want to be, you might run out of foods. The store might be out of foods. Oh no, what do? Use Myfitnesspal and track. So that's it. Comment below any questions you have. DM me on Instagram any questions you have. And yeah, hopefully that covered everything.